Okay, so many of you have heard me say, I'm here and you're not, why not? I started this in Tours, France. I'm not sure when I was there, but I spent a month in Tours, France, and I was trying to come up with a phrase that would provoke you to think, okay? And it's really tough because the goal is to think, but there's so many videos where all they do is stimulate the brain, but they don't really make you actually contemplate or think, because thinking is often painful. Okay, but why am I here and you're not? I got a story of a true story that just happened the other day. I'm going to go to Togo, West Africa, and I need to get an e-visa. So I started out, 20, 30 days ahead of schedule, collecting the information, going to the website, trying to do everything I need to make sure that I have different things. And there's some ambiguity, right? And it's really confusing, okay? And like I needed a passport photo, but they didn't say digital passport photo. So I went through and I kept thinking about it. Then I finally started going through the process. Okay, now I have actually used this system before, so I kind of had an idea how it worked. And but there's so many things in an e-visa that just isn't explained. Like sometimes simple things like you can't really tap on your mouse, you have to click on your mouse. There's things like when you enter the credit card number, you want to type it in, you don't want to copy and paste it in. But I went through a lot of different systems. So I started out with Google Chrome on my computer, thinking that my computer had a better connection because of the Wi-Fi to a computer is a little stronger than the Wi-Fi to a smartphone. But I was completely on Wi-Fi in two different hostels doing this. Okay, so I started out just going, and then I remembered, well, wait a minute, Firefox is what I used last time, and that was work. Because there's often a browser that is most popular, or they make the website for a specific browser. And then they had this chat thing that I could get it connected to, but that really, it worked, but it wasn't very helpful because they just kept asking me if I paid. And I go, that's the final process. I didn't get that far. And I kept giving screenshots, so I had to know how to do screenshots. But the point was, is I tried to do this with Google Chrome, and then I tried to do it with the browser Firefox, and then I tried to do it with Encarta, which is the one for Microsoft, and then I did even downloaded Opera so I could try to do it. Well, I finally decided that I'm in the country of Tel Aviv. I'm in the city of Tel Aviv, Israel, and I'm in the country of Israel, which is kind of a maybe a blocked country in a lot of ways for different countries. So I decided I better get on my VPN, virtual private network or whatever. Is that right? VPN. And it's the one that Kim Commando recommends, okay? So I get on that and nothing works, okay? But finally I decided I better try with my smartphone. Well, guess what? Smartphone, I guess they made the website more for smartphone. And in that one, I was able to upload the digital profile photo, my plane ticket, and my different stuff. But I still couldn't pay. I get all the way to the process where I enter my information, and it says 5:30 code, something about the submission timeout or something. I don't know. It was 5:30 code. It was trying to say whether my processing on my end or the processing on their end wasn't working right. It goes on and on and on and on. And I am an expert at doing this, right? Because I've been living abroad for 26 years and in 115 countries. So here I am getting really frustrated. So I cleared all my cache. I got rid of the things. I got it back on my computer. And I decided that maybe I needed to make sure I used this VPN. I was doing all sorts of combinations, right? So I used the virtual private network VPN. It's supposed to show that I'm in, I don't know, Lincoln Park, Chicago, or I could be in Miami, Florida, or whatever. And I get all the way to the end, and it would always do the same thing. Now, there's a lot of um, virtual. The only reason why I have this is because my chart, which is part of my hospital, would not work in Colombia. Don't work here. It only works inside the United States. So I use the VPN to access. The only reason why I have this thing at all, it's like $13 a month, which is, I don't know, but it didn't work. Okay, so I get all the way to the process where I submit my credit card, and then it gives me this thing where they're going to have to call me. I get the code, and it refuses. So somehow it detected that I was not in the United States. So what is the moral of this story? What is the theme of this story is why I'm here and you're not, why not, is because of one specific reason. I have the support of people inside the United States. And when I first started traveling, my mother and father were both alive, and I would access, I better get this a little closer, it's getting windy or something. And they were always my support, and I knew that they would be there. But I have a Patreon support system now where we get online every Sunday night at 8 p.m. It changes, sometimes it's 9 p.m., 8 p.m. It's always listed on the chat section of my thing. But I got on with one of my Patreon members and I said, I give up. Can you try to do this? Pay inside the United States. So he gets on. 10 minutes later, he was, quite adept at doing things right. He was very smart. And that's the problem. Sometimes you need people that are highly technical inside the United States. When I first started, I had this guy, Pete. And then I had, I've changed, I had Brett. I had different people all through my thing. I used my partner, Andrew, for different things. But Andrew's in the wrong country. So you need people from, when I first started, I used Brett as my technical person inside the United States. And now, as time goes on, things changed. And I got on with one of my Patreons, and he helped me. So he gave me the support I needed to be here and to travel. And this is the reason why I keep talking about, I've went over and over with some people that they think that they're an island and they don't need a wife, they don't need friends, they don't need their family. And the only animal on the planet that really doesn't want to accept that he or she is part of a herd is the human, okay? But because of my Patreon thing, I was able to get my visa. My Patreon supporters. And this is one of the connections that I'm always trying to get people to realize is that the support you need to travel comes from your family, your friends, your home. If you don't have one person that'll loan you $100, you need to stay in the United States. Because there's times, like when I was in the hospital in Dominican Republic, my family put together the thing, and I was able to pay the $7,000 to get out of the hospital. They were holding me hostage, and every day it was another $1,000. But the support that I got from my mother, my father, my family, my friends, my sister, my brothers, all the different people, I have bank people that are in the bank that are my friends. I have these support. That is what makes me, why I'm here and you're not, why not, is because I have the support of people inside my home country, and they are the ones. And this Patreon thing is a great way to establish friends that you can count on, and because you talk to them once a week. But there's different things that are priced to be paid to have friendship, right? But I need long-term friends that know me, that are also my filter, that sometimes say, Andy, you're in the wrong place. You need to get out of there. You need to have friends that are willing to talk to you and tell you what's going on. Well, my mom and dad were initially this. But how do you pay for this patronage? Hey, is that the right word? But how do I pay? How did I pay with my mom? My mom would write me an email every day, and I would reply back. I have an actual girl in Togo, West Africa, that writes me bonsoir, bonjour every day, and I reply back. The way that you pay for people to be supportive is by giving them time. And often you think your friends have no value, and it's the time that you give back in what would be considered often illogical. Okay, but it's not paid for with doing special things or giving them money or anything like that. It's really the idea that they're going to be there when you need help. And my friend helped me. He went through the whole process. I sent him my credit card numbers. I sent him all the check-in, all the stuff, and he got the visa application done so that I can go to Togo. But there's so many times, like my mother, sometimes your ATM card expires, right? Or your credit card expires. And my mother would send me my ATM card inside inside a book. I don't remember, she did this like 2 or 3 times. But the way I pay for things is by establishing relationships. But I got my support because I paid for it with time. By spending time with this friend that did the thing the other day, he knows that he can trust me. I know that I can trust him because we're not friends just because of some sort of, one of my friends wants to believe that he can pay a banker to some sort of lawyer to do this stuff for him. And it just don't work that way. You got to have some sort of non-financial connection. But there's many reasons why I'm here and you're not. One is I'm confident. And why am I confident? Because I get up every day and I say what I'm going to do and I do it. There's an alignment between what I say and what I do. I smile and say hello to everybody. I created a way to have endless income, which is going to be, about the only people that can do this real easily are retired people. I stay within my budget. I stay in mom and pop hotels so that I have friendships. It's always about the support. Everything I do is about getting and creating human connection with other people. Why do I continually recommend you say hello and make eye contact? Is because this is the support system you need to travel. I spend almost all my time, 80% of my time is spent in the pursuit of trying to establish relationships with friends. I go to the same supermarkets, I go to the same coffee shops, I create friends. One of the sticklers that I'm going to point out, one of the only negative things that people do that really causes problems is what I call tourist greed. They go on a vacation and they spend 8 hours a day making sure that they accomplish their checklist. And they're always looking for the wow. They're not looking for the friendship. And when you look for the wow in a location, you're not caring about the people, you lost the plot. But my Patreon system is a way to establish this friendship. And a lot of people think that they're just going to get on there one time and they're going to somehow get the wisdom of the world. That's not the way you pay for friendship. You pay for friendship with time. Okay, I'm Andy Lee Graham, and I thought that I would explain that story, how the Patreon system helped me get my e-visa to Togo, West Africa, because I needed somebody in the United States. And guess what? That Kim Commando VPN didn't work. Somehow they detected I was outside the United States. So I'm here and you're not. Why not? It's because I have the support of people that are friends that has nothing to do with money, only to do with friendship. I'm here and you're not. Why not? I'm in Tel Aviv, Togo. I've been lived in 115 countries, and I've been doing this for 26 years.